misandrous, I'm a feminazi, I'm a communist, I have an Oedipus complex. I must be really, really, really fucking evil.
As a transgender person, male to female.
You're gonna hate me.
I'm afraid of the day when I will get beaten up by the Philadelphia police.
Right now.
This is the life of ADF. In 2010, ADF became very invested in socialism, along with continuing to consider herself a gay rights activist. She added this to her cosplay when she created Queer Socialist Naruto, a cosplay she could wear for protests and out in public. An image of her in this outfit was spread around and mocked by the internet. After quitting her job at Wawa and failing to get any paid opportunities, ADF got a volunteer job at the William Way Centre, an LGBT community centre in Philadelphia, and hoped to pick up a full-time paying job by the end of the year there, and planning to move out along with it. My transition is causing immense financial strain on my mum's household, to the point of food and fuel shortages. The blame does not rest solely on me for what is causing this need to move. My mother and her boyfriend are also to blame more. Their inability to ease the economic situation by not being able to combine their separate households by moving in with each other. God forbid you ever propose telling a white heterosexual American male to give up the idea of private property. Her transition only made her spending habits worse, and this now affected the entire household. On the 29th of September, she expanded out her political views, further coming out to the internet as a communist. Everyone is equal. Race, ethnicity, religion, sex, sexuality, gender identity and expression. This is freedom you'll never see if you settle for capitalism, or from a broken two-party system, or from a human rights campaign and the gay bourgeoisie that dominates a corporate-controlled media in this country. She was criticised heavily for her sudden turn to communism, people questioning whether or not it had anything to do with her recent purchase of a China cosplay. ADF refuted this and claimed that she had been a communist all along. She eventually left the William Way Centre because, as she put it, the elders of the group were not taking me seriously as a legitimate member of the community. She instead joins the Mazzoni Centre, another LGBT organisation in the local area. The Mazzoni Centre was ran by Nurit Shine, an Israeli Jewish woman, a known champion for LGBT health, things that ADF felt that the two of them had in common. Even after this, she would sometimes still attend events and meetings with the William Way Centre. And her time spent with the organisation was not for nothing, as she had made many new friends and claimed to have found a new love interest. I have someone in one of my trans support groups who seems interested in me. She's a genderqueer female who does really like me, and she would make a wonderful Uzumaki Naruto. I would sit next to her and she would pet my right hand, even when I have my gloves on. I mean, we're only just friends, but I see something happening soon with her. I just do not know yet, and can't say, and won't say until I am certain. It's just flirting for now. IDK, we will see if this dobe is real. Many speculate this person was a woman named Maria, a woman ADF eventually would have a relationship with a couple months later, starting early 2011. It was clear that at this point, ADF's dobe search had once again come back, now Hitalia themed, claiming she was looking for a Russia for a lover. She had also made a close group of friends during this period, from the trans people in the Philadelphia area. These included Rika, a male to female trans woman, who has also become a victim of Encyclopedia Dramatica and eventually became a bit of a Lolcow herself, and Jordan, another trans woman who was part of the William Way Centre. Following this, ADF made a post sharing and supporting the existence of masculine male to female and feminine female to male trans people, and how they are just as valid as any other transgender individuals and should be supported. She then set up a Tumblr themed around her communist identity, referring to herself as a Marxist-Leninist Maoist. The opening post read, "There is a ghost lurking in the LGBT community amongst us. It walks around and no one talks about it, yet everyone knows what it is. This ghost is a terrible ghost and is responsible for homophobia, biphobia and transphobia. And this ghost that divides our community into competing factions and petty bickering even within those factions. This ghost is capitalism." She also claimed that there were food riots in the Harel household, and a communist revolt will soon come shortly as she is being starved out of her transition. After coming out to everyone else in her life, ADF decided she needed to come out to her father as transgender. It had been 9 years since the two of them had spoken, and Angelo lived in another state now, still in New Jersey, but with a new family of his own. ADF also had to grapple with the conflict and supposed physical and sexual abuse Angelo had inflicted on her. On the 23rd of October, she claimed she made the trip to New Jersey and that Angelo accepted his child as a transgender person. And so, ADF decided that it was time to move on and build a new relationship with her father. In reality, Angelo believed that her identity was just a phase and did not entirely understand it. ADF apparently disliked that Angelo's new family were black and that he would mostly hang out with minorities. On October 25th, ADF attended Hetalia Day in Philadelphia. Meeting other Hetalia cosplayers, she would follow and single out different cosplayers based on the characters they dressed as, and became very close and touchy with many of them, such as a Russia cosplayer, claiming that she became one with Russia. She also posted pictures of many of the other people cosplaying different Hetalia characters, such as one saying, "This is my hoe, America. Italy gets raped by China," and "China screwing Germany." Most of these cosplayers were minors, typically around 14 years old, and incredibly uncomfortable with ADF's presence, the majority trying to ignore her as she followed them around. She was banned from many events like this due to her inappropriate behaviour.
Hello everyone, this is ADF Fuensalida with
On November 14th, she uploaded a Let's Play video of the game
a lot of you have been wondering what I sound like in the last few months. Well, this is what I sound like right now. It's not quite male and it's not quite female. I was going to do a shoot 'em up game, but I would just be distracted with a camera in front of my face. So I'm going to play a game which I can pretty much do with one hand, but I'm just going to do it with two hands anyhow, just for the hell of it. So here it goes. So, and you're also going to see my pretty face. La la la, Katamari Damacy. Okay. I had an ex-boyfriend who was really into Katamari Damacy. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna skip the intro. It's annoying. You know how the song goes, so. Oh, the Katamari was too freaking small. Big deal. Oh, can I show you a good rainbow? I'll be back in 1 second. I'm gonna get these people a better rainbow.
After leaving the room, she holds on a shot of an ironing board for 20 seconds.
Hey, you! Is this a better rainbow for you? I guess the rainbow wasn't big enough, so you want the royal rainbow, not the rainbow I'm looking for. So guess what? I'm gonna get you that rainbow, because you're such a whiny little bitch. Yes, I will give you a rainbow. Yeah, let's get rolling, dog. Yes, 3 minutes, and it needs to be... Oh, that's just lenient. Ooh, I got a lighter. Too bad I don't smoke. Oh, snails. Cool. Yeah, this house is just crawling with snails and crap. Mom would kill me if I... Oh, okay. I'm done. Real rainbow, and they're gonna bitch it's not big enough, so hey, this rainbow is good enough for me. Yes, it's not big enough. Yeah, let's make it sparkle. Diamonds are her girl's best friend. Now shut up and quit whining. Roar.
On November 30th, she redrew another Sonichu character, this being Count Graduon, with the character in the art saying, "Yes, the autistic virgin has fallen into another dimension. We can seize the moments after extensive plotting and take down all which he has protected." This quote referring to the creator Christian, insulting the Lolcow with their own characters and lore. In December, she posted a list of personal favourite quotes of her. "Those that do not miss the former male me do not have a heart, and those who want the former male me back do not have a brain." This quote was adapted from a Vladimir Putin remark about the USSR. As someone who had lost her job 3 months ago due to anti-LGBT discrimination, I am dying for some whoop-ass. Gender is not black or white, it's entire spectrum. Go explore it. Have my gender deviations taught you anything this year? Male pronouns are punishable by deportation to labour camps in Siberia. Can you guys stop sending me your Farmville spam? I do not play bourgeois kiddie games on Facebook. She then posted a poster in her communist attire under the title, "I resist oppression," on her new DeviantArt, Comrade Ahuviya Harel. She also drew Naruto character Itachi as an SS officer with the lyrics of Nazi anthem Sieg Heil Victoria. Christmas was spent at the William Way Centre. She claimed to have grown somewhat weary of Christmas, describing it as a cruel, greed-fueled, over-commercialised capitalist profit power play for the retail mall economies of the West. However, when she was with her family on Christmas, she posted a YouTube video celebrating the holiday.
Hey everyone, this is Ahuviya Harel messing around in the radio station, my one cousin at my aunt's house here in Woodbury, New Jersey. Well, I'm messing around on his computer on Facebook and listening to my videos I liked. But I just want to wish you all a very happy holidays, Merry Christmas, or whatever the hell you celebrate. View of everything. It's like a radio station in here. But yeah, I'll be heading back to Northeast soon, so bye.
After 4 months on estrogen, she posted a HRT update, showing the effects it has had and how she is starting to shape into a woman's body. She then made an end of year video, recapping the past year. At the start of 2011, ADF rebranded Australatina as a communist nation, adopting the hammer and sickle in their flag and renaming the country the People's Republic of Australatina. On January 17th, she started posting videos to the joint YouTube account United Cosplay, where her and many others would post a new video each week about their cosplay journey.
Hello everyone, this is Ahuviya Harel, otherwise known as ADF Fuensalida on Puehringer, otherwise known as ADF Sasuke Evolution on YouTube. I'd like to introduce you to a project I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks, United Crossplayers. What that's about is we're a bunch of cosplayers who are going to talk about crossplaying. And week 1 I'm supposed to do right now is basically my introduction, and well, I'm Ahuviya Harel. I already said that. And I enjoy cosplaying. I enjoy military uniforms, and other fun facts you should know about me. I'm pretty popular on DeviantArt. I've been on DeviantArt for 4.5, actually going on 5 years. Starting in April 2011, so happy 5th year to May. I got into cosplaying in late 2008, early 2009, but more seriously in 2009. My first cosplay was Socialism. He is still my pride and joy, though some things have changed with me recently. And I still indulge in dressing up as Sasuke, because he's pretty much my personality. Anyhow, I am transitioning male to female. I'm transgender. I've been on my hormone medication, estrogen, spironolactone, for the last 4.5 months. For some of you who are going to see this video, you might have noticed my voice changed quite significantly since you last met me. I know a couple of my friends are going to be like, "Oh my God, you sound like a girl," and you know, okay, but that's not because of the estrogen. That's because I speak 4 languages. I speak English, Spanish, German, and Russian. I'm picking up German and Russian on my own, and I'm still like at beginner level with it, but learning more languages has helped feminize my voice considerably. And I almost forgot to do this project, by the way. I was supposed to do it earlier this afternoon, got sidetracked because my Nintendo 64 wouldn't work, and I ended up downloading an emulator and downloading my James Bond games and messing around with that for a couple hours, and then realizing, snap, I almost forgot to do this project. So I guess you're wondering why I'm wearing my China outfit today, and you know, I actually like China's outfit so much I kind of made it my own with the beret and, you know, and the boots, so that's all I have to say for now, and I can't wait to get into the other topics we have in the coming weeks we're going to discuss here on the United Cosplay channel. So for that, I say goodbye.
On January 18th, she drew a flag of the 4 founders of communism. After Marx, Lenin and Mao, she lists herself as the 4th founder. She starts her next United cosplay video headbanging to the song Whip My Hair by Willow Smith.
Hello everyone, this is ADF Fuensalida with another edition of the United Crossplayers Project. You can tell I was getting into that song a little too much. I'm dressed up as Sasuke here tonight because, well, I just felt like whipping my hair back and forth, bitches. Okay. First of all, the second week's episode is supposed to be Coke or Pepsi and my complete cosplays I have done so far. I'm going to cut to the chase and go right to the Pepsi. You know. See this? Uchihas drink this. Do you know why? Well, the fangirls say so. Because look. Pepsi, Sasuke, Pepsi. The fangirls like Pepsi, and that's just the way they do it. And, well, that's all for the Coke or Pepsi that I'm going to do for this video, because alright. I'm going to show you guys my complete cosplay list, so I'm going to go right to my gallery. My Sasuke Uchiha cosplay, I got it in May 2009. This is my first ever cosplay I ever did. And a funny thing about Sasuke is he's my first cosplay that eventually became a crossplay after I started identifying as female. And that is just the most wonderful thing about the whole cross-playing thing. I went from, up until I was identifying as male before I came out transgender last year, I used to consider myself a male, but it lessened throughout 2009, and I was, at that point when I was starting to cosplay as Sasuke, I was I considered myself a rather genderless person. Other than, say, being like Sasuke Uchiha, there was no point to my masculinity, so to say. I did this picture I'm looking at was done in, this was done over the summer in 2009, with my friend. He lives in South Philadelphia. I met him for the first time that day, and we did a little alley shoot, and then after that we had a little game of truth or dare. But you know, it was a very decent. This was another shoot I did with him, kind of like a week later or something like that. We went to the Italian market and got tomatoes, since tomatoes is Sasuke's favorite thing. And this is as it went on. Some decent Sasuke shoots during ZenkaiCon 2009. Yeah, I'm getting strangled by Tsunade, getting my ass told to go back to Konoha, like that's gonna happen. Alright. This is probably one of my best Sasuke photos I've ever done, right here. This was the last day of the con at ZenkaiCon 2009. I'm staring into the sun here, and a funny thing is I'm waiting for the bus, and that weekend SEPTA decided to go on strike, and well, I just decided to capture my Sasuke angst right there. So, and I just think it's just very symbolic, because I'm not looking at anyone, I'm looking away. And let's see, other cute ones I've done, you know, some oddballs right here. This is when I used to drink alcohol. Earlier last year. I gave up alcohol this year after a little binge on some Catawba wine, and my dobe has begged me and is making me give up booze. So this was the day I dated my one dobe that I'm with now. Let's see another Sasuke I have here. Yeah, I just have all these shots on self-timer, and here is my utter pride and joy that this is the cosplay that for me signified and made me realize I am female, is when I decided to cosplay as Sakura Haruno from Naruto. So this was just, you know, the most wonderful cosplay, rival to or even exceeding Sasuke. And you know, I would shoot around the house. Again, all this shit's on self-timer. This is my favorite AU version of Sakura. I just went skating one day with my Sakura wig, and I just, you know, because I'm just cool like that. You know, I don't really do too much with Naruto because I'm kind of reserving it for my loved one. But here's what I do to make up for that. I tend to make Naruto the LGBT activist. I have some Death Note cosplay in here. This is all it. I've pretty much done L and Matt. My favorite This is the only time my fans will ever see me smoking, and it's a fake cigarette. So I'm going to skip to one of my other favorite cosplays is Hetalia. I became one with Russia at Philadelphia Hetalia Day. I just want a little disclaimer, guys. I'm not a communist because of Hetalia. I have had far left leanings prior to Hetalia. I think that's one of the common misperceptions that exist out there of me. Yeah, I tend to insert politics, and I tend to insert politics into my Hetalia stuff. I can't resist but to do it. Here's my other Hetalia cosplay I do that's, you know, has gotten on the nerves of some people. It's been my Prussia, aka East Germany outfit here at the Berlin Wall. A little Photoshop bullshit I decided to do. It's now one of my most popular cosplay photos at 53 faves. This was another recent shoot I've done here. A little story about the Prussia costume. I got this East German uniform for Hanukkah. I sold half my DVD collection so I could put this costume together too. So it was probably one of the most decent things. Probably one of my more decent ones. I'd say it rivals third behind Sakura. Behind Sakura and Sasuke combined, it's kind of in a close third. Other than that, that is pretty much it for the cosplay end of things, and this is ADF signing off and enjoying her Pepsi.
Her final United Cosplay video was much darker and more serious in tone, where she would discuss her childhood and the abuse that she experienced.
This is going to be a hard video for me. This is a painful subject for me to talk about. My childhood. I'm sure, you know, all my friends from United Crossplayers want to know. And let's just say I have to get comfortable with telling people about this, and let's just say it. I had a pretty shitty childhood growing up. I was physically abused by my alcoholic father. And all I remember from my childhood up until the early 90s was just every night Mom and Dad would constantly fight. Sorry guys, I'm taking a bit with this. But anywho, my early years was a lot of violence and domestic violence between Mom and Dad, and abuse by my father against my person. It's not something I wish to talk about with too many people. This is painful for many people. I can't get in front of a camera and just spill my guts like this, so it's okay. It was from that childhood. My early years was emotional problems from the abuse. I had to go through special education all the way up through high school because of the constant emotional disturbance as the result of the abuse at the hands of my father for a good amount of 16 years. I just don't remember too much of a good childhood then. It was my father up until, you know, Mom and Dad fighting up until, like, I was 6. And After those two separated, I had to have visitation with the same father who beat the shit out of me, who ended up sexually abusing me at age 11. I can't think about it without getting angry. Or thinking about, wanting to kill someone. I have a knot in my stomach right now. Anywho, I had to deal with my abusive father until age 16. And there isn't much of an adolescence I like to write home about that. The first 16 years, it was abuse, violence at the hands of my father, my mom's various boyfriends. Around age 16 is when I had my first issues with my gender. I started really exploring what I was first. I started wearing, say, girls' pants around 17 years old. I started wearing girls' shoes during my years in high school, and I would always be bullied or beaten up, harassed. I would like to characterize that my first 16 years was hell. It was also followed by another few more years of hell between my mom and me. When these gender identity issues surfaced, we never got along. And throughout the last decade, she tried to get developmental disability benefits for me on the pretenses I quote-unquote had Asperger's syndrome. This was just a plot on her behalf to try to keep me down. And I went through, once her case finally got to court, a little over a year ago, I staged a little incident with my work to get me transferred to another location, and within getting transferred, within the first few weeks, I successfully, behind my mother's back, fired the disability rights attorney. Within a few months of that incident, Mom wasn't happy that I did this, and, well, who said I cared about her happiness if she didn't care about my freedom from my abusive father? So, I did what I did, and pretty much all the events from my childhood abuse to my gender issues through high school and college. I even had to leave college because of said gender issues. They were just that bad, and I couldn't deal with my studies effectively. And I just had to start anew. I left New Jersey for Philadelphia. Within a few months of firing the disability rights attorney, I came out transgender. And if I like to characterize how much of my life I've probably have not experienced freedom, I like to say 24 out of 25 years of my life I have not experienced freedom. I have not experienced the freedom I experience today. I am a strong advocate for LGBT rights because of my horrible past growing up and just all the shit I had to put up through in high school and in college. And that has led me to the awesome, avenging, LGBT activist ninja I am today. And I'm proud of who I am. I don't take nothing for granted. I take nothing for granted. I mean, it's just, I'm a beautiful woman, and all the stuff that's happened in my past and is happening now has made me who I am, and I take pride in that. Though it's sometimes hurtful for me to discuss it, I'm still proud of my, who I am. Thank you all for taking some time to listen to my tragic past, and hopefully you'll gain insight about who I am as a human being. Rate, comment, subscribe. That's all I gotta say for now. Ahuviya out.
On her own YouTube channel, she teases a Q&A video of her followers. However, she backed out and posted this video instead.
Hello everyone, this is ADF Fuensalida. I was supposed to do a Q&A video tonight, but everything's on hold right now because my voice is a little bit of there's a frog in my voice, and I have a bit of a sore throat, and I can't really do the Q&A video unless my voice is 100%. And I'm sure you guys understand, I want to be able to do your questions right the first time, and I just want to let you know, just to hang tight until either Monday or Tuesday. Also, another thing I'm fighting with the Q&A video is I may have to break it up into either 2 or 3 parts, considering the amount of questions and the nature of the questions that have came in. So, just a bit of technical issues that I have to work with, as well as get this damn voice back to normal. I think it's just a passing thing. It'll probably be better by like tomorrow or something like that. And even then, I have some things to do tomorrow, so I will let you guys know when the video is up early next week. So, it's ADF saying, love ya.
The full Q&A never came out. During this time, trolls started planning a wiki page about her called the ADF Key. To this, ADF responded dismissive of the idea, saying, "I am watching these clowns. They are talking about creating an ADF wiki. Pfft, like I am that important." On the 9th of February, she wrote a short story titled Until You Are No More, with characters called Philip and Ahuviya. The story revolves around Ahuviya imprisoning and torturing before finally killing Philip, saying, "I can now be a woman with you now gone." This all being a clear metaphor for ADF's transition, killing her previous self so her new self can live on. The story was also inspired by an AIM chat that she'd once had with Alexis. Many criticised this piece, with users mocking the grammar of sentences such as "tall female was a tall female." This sentence was removed in future versions of the story, but many other mistakes remained in. In February 2011, ADF believes trolls from 789chan were dangerously close to doxing my mum's house, and that she had to flee her home for another place of safety. She claimed that she had no permanent place to live, after her own address was found online. It is said that during this time, she was taken in to live with 2 of her friends, and not sleeping on the streets the entire time, like she had claimed. ADF's current Dobe, Maria, had also offered ADF a bed to sleep in for a time, sleeping with her. Maria allegedly wanted to have sex with ADF so she could have a child. Maria desperately wanted to have kids, while ADF didn't. This led to many arguments and disagreements about it. When they had sex, ADF was often reluctant and threw a fit every time. Maria was known to help ADF financially, buying her a new phone and many expensive cosplay items. At one point in their relationship, ADF and Maria went into a bookstore and had an argument between the two about what ADF wanted to purchase. This led to ADF punching Maria in public. She posted plenty of cosplay on DeviantArt during this time. She also explored her new fetish for gas masks, posting a picture of herself with one with the quote, "I am Ahuviya Harel. I am a girl. I am transgender. I am kinky. I am queer. I am a cosplayer and photographer. I do not give a fuck what you think of me. I do not conform to your idea of gender." On the 10th of April, she attended the Sakura Sunday Festival, meeting other cosplayers and fans of hers. On April 2nd, the channel ADF Critic is set up, posting ADF memes, montages, and archives of ADF videos, including a video where she is locked in handcuffs, and showing off her ability to get out while holding a key.
I've been a bad, bad girl. I'm gonna try to escape from these guys behind my back. So, nice and tight, I can't get out. So, try to pick the lock here.
She struggles with this for over 2 minutes.
This is going to take a bit. This is really going to take a bit. You might want to get some popcorn or some shit. I got the key wrong. I know these cops really well, and they like the stick, so I might not be out in one blow, so. Tell that now. Ah! Okay, that's one. There we go.
This video was most likely recorded in 2010, but I don't have an exact date. Another archived video on this channel that I do not have a date for showed ADF working out dressed up as Sasuke.
Hello there, you Ursatin Churchies. Sasuke here. And I'm gonna lift some weights, show off my strength, because I need to get stronger and destroy a certain someone. So I'm gonna lift some weights right now. 1 catch, 2 catch, 20 catch. Hope you enjoyed it so far. That's just a little bit of all the training I'll be doing the next few months. I hope you enjoyed it, you dopes.
As well as a video reiterating her preferred pronouns and the consequences of misgendering her. While most of us knew attention going ADF's way was negative, she did meet a new friend and ally during this, who discovered ADF from the forums and shared similar communist beliefs. This was a man named Andrew, who gained the nickname Captain Commie from the internet. Andrew wanted to give ADF a chance, given they shared similar political goals, and arranged a series of friendly phone calls between the two. On the 25th of April, ADF and Maria broke up. This was due to a variety of issues, such as concerns for Maria's family, Maria wanting kids, and other issues and differences between them that proved their relationship did not work. For those who kind of do not already know, I had to break up with Harley Quinn 76. We broke up because, well, she wanted me to have biological kids. That's something I can't and won't do. Over 7 months on estrogen, and having children would, for lack of a better word, emasculate me. So rather than continue with her, running the possible slim 1 in 10,000 risk of getting someone pregnant and fathering children would fly against everything I am working for to transition to female. I drew the line and broke this up. So yeah, I have been kind of depressed and having problems lately. I hope for brighter days, and another woman or man someday. Also, I've been keeping distracted with cosplay and video games. After breaking up with Maria, ADF immediately asked Andrew to be her boyfriend. He instantly rejected her. Doing this so soon after breaking up angered Maria, commenting on ADF's change of relationship status on Facebook. I think I'm going to keep the damn relationship single for a long while, until I find a Naruto or Sasuke that, well, is not an indecisive shit with me. 4 days can't last long enough to mean something. Either she bowed to the demands of her parents yet again, or is using her bisexuality as a weapon against me. So she holds out for do-nothing cisgender men. Sakura Equality Harel went from being in a relationship to single, and it will stay this way, for until I find a less indecisive person willing to be my partner. And what did I say about my nosy family? And of course my cousin Joe was asking questions. You are fucking weak! Nothing has changed, and nothing will change. You will never get free of them. You will always be enslaved. You are as much as the lost cause of the Palestinian people. Then maybe you should be with your friend, Andy. I think you are really throwing the toys out of the pram with this. Andrew Sanchez does not need to be a part of the bullshit you keep continuing. I think you are doing this because of the PS3, and that I did not take your side of that issue. That's pretty low. That is part of this case. They stayed close friends afterwards, but Maria would still defend and be close to ADF, despite everything that happened within their relationship. On May 8th, ADF claimed that she was engaged to a DeviantArt user called Eli. Eli had just turned 18 and lived in Texas, so their relationship was strictly online. However, this relationship quickly disappeared. She also changed her sexuality once again, now saying that she is pansexual, given that her partner Eli was non-binary. ADF destroyed all documents of her diagnosis with autism, as she felt her diagnosis was false, and what she was really experiencing was trans issues, not autism or Asperger's. She also met musician and trans activist Chaz Bono at her local trans health conference, and announced that she would be volunteering with Philadelphia Rage, an organisation aiming to remove the gender stickers from SEPTA transportation passes. And once again attended Philadelphia Gay Pride dressed as Naruto, and the Philadelphia Dyke March dressed as Sakura. Having moved on from many traumatic experiences, she posted a video following the It Gets Better trend, a project focusing on LGBT individuals to uplift each other and tell their stories.
Special message for some broader events that's been happening currently. There's a lot of you right now who feel you can't make it in life. You can't be able to do it anymore, and you don't feel life is worth living. Let me tell you something. You need to stay alive. Anyway, any way you can, you just need to stay alive. You have to value your life. When you are bullied because you're lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and if you kill yourself because those people kept picking on you for your sexual orientation or gender identity, you're giving power to these losers that harass you, that torment you, that torture you, that beat you up in school, or on the playground, or on the streets of town. You have to cherish your life every day. Every day you wake up, you gotta cherish your life. Because if you don't cherish your life, then your life isn't worth living if you can't do that. They only bully you because they don't cherish their lives. They don't have lives worth living, so they occupy their free time by harassing you because you're different. I mean, I deal with this all the time. I deal with this on a regular basis myself. Not as much as I did in high school, but I sure dealt with it in high school too. and in college. And myself, I'm in a bit of a transition myself, not to say just my gender, but just, where I'm at in life is a transition. I have two wonderful friends here in this house that took me in one cold February day. Because I couldn't handle living with my own mother anymore, so I took the few bags that I had and came under their roof, and I've been living here ever since. And let me tell you, it's gotten better ever since I did that. So I just want you guys, if you're feeling desperate right now, you're feeling sad, you're feeling depressed because of these people, these losers who just keep bugging you, stay alive. I mean, I do it too, because on this phone, I have like a good 3 dozen people I can call, just friends, relatives, people that care about me pretty much. And if I'm feeling, depressed and I need someone to talk to, I'm going to reach out and talk to someone, text someone, just please, all of us, cherish your life. It's what you make it.
She also creates a poster explaining the difference between her past self and her current self, and how she would like to be referred to. Ahuviya Harel is living in desired gender identity and happy, is a gender-queer woman, is a communist, is not going back to the way things were. Pronouns, gender-neutral pronouns, they, them, ze, here, psi, feminine pronouns, she, her. Name usage in time tenses, past, present and future. Example 1. Ahuviya Harel wants to find her Naruto Uzumaki. Example 2. Ahuviya Harel will fuck you up if you refer to her as a guy. The former ADF Fuensalida was gendered male by heteronormative society for 24 years and miserable, was a capitalist, does not exist anymore. Pronouns prior to 16th February 2010. Masculine pronouns, he, his, him. Only use these pronouns in historical context, not present or future. Name usage in time tenses, past only. Ahuviya Harel coming out transgender eventually leads to the collapse of ADF Fuensalida. Hi, aren't you Ahuviya Harel? I remember you used to draw a lot of yaoi paddles as the former ADF Fuensalida. Thank you for understanding, and please respect my gender identity. And yeah, I know it says that I technically could have referred to ADF as male at the start when she was younger, but not now, definitely not now. It would have been confusing with pronouns. I'm sticking with she, her, and not the other ones. That seems to be the most preferred. As well as art of all her OCs and characters throughout the years. ADF was later interviewed by Philadelphia News about discrimination within the trans community. She was asked about passing privilege and explained, basically what happened was we had a clique of trans women who became very classist, very sizist, very discriminatory of what they think trans people are and aren't. It's very insulting to be insulted in a place where you had a reasonable expectation of safety and community, because you can't get that elsewhere for most transgender people. To be put down because of your gender presentation, we have enough people outside of the community to do that to us. Jordan and a few other members of the William Way Centre were also interviewed. With the help of Rika, she poses with a toy gun for a photo shoot called Shooting Capitalists. Many users who saw this were distracted by ADF's massively overflowing bin in the background of these photos. By the 24th of July, ADF's roommates had thrown her out. They claimed that they wanted their privacy back, but some suspect that Bill's or ADF's behaviour may have caused the final decision. ADF announced this with a post titled, "I am facing homelessness within 2 weeks." She claims she now has nowhere to live and that she cannot return to my mum's place. Living with her is not a financially viable option and will only result no improvement in my situation. There is little I can do until Monday morning. but I just need everyone in support of me at my time of grave need right now. I do not normally do this. I'm going to give you all my phone number. I am in need of friends to talk to, cry on a shoulder with, and just emotional support right now. Please, if you have a moment, or it is your heart, call me or text me, whichever you are comfortable with, to my cell phone number. I know this is little you can all do for me. I nonetheless need the emotional support and encouragement at this time to pull through. My phone is always by my side. I will always pick up, unless I am on the line with someone else. And if you get my voicemail, leave your name or DA username and your number. Many trolls use this opportunity to ring her up and talk to her, with her voicemail immediately being recorded and uploaded on the ADF Critic YouTube channel.
Hello, this is Ahuviya Harel. Cell phone, unable to get to your call right now. Please leave a message and state your business, and I will try to get back to you.
A couple days later, a friend from her trans support group let her stay with them. However, that fell through because ADF claimed the landlord was transphobic. On August 4th, she had finally found a safe place to stay, saying, "After much wrangling, arm twisting and threats of World War III, if I were to be put in the gendered male/female shelter system where I risk physical/sexual assault, I now have a place to call home for the time being." My mum? I have chosen not to inform her of this situation, as she might try to get on a soapbox and try to preach against my transition. And by the time she does know, I want to/will be in full control of the situation. On the 6th of August, ADF attended the Philadelphia Slut Walk, where many women would attend to protest rape culture, slut-shaming and victim blaming of sexual assault survivors. ADF attended in China cosplay, with a sign reading, "Stop the war against trans people." At this event, she also carried around a blanket with the words, "My father is still guilty, yet New Jersey still lets him walk free." Ahuviya Harel, sexually assaulted on 7/4/1997. During this time, ADF claimed to be married to Michael, a 16-year-old female-to-male trans man, despite the fact that he lived in Oregon and ADF lived in Philadelphia. He claimed he was a lonely kid with no friends, and ADF was friendly to him. He thought she was funny and figured he would give it a shot. Meanwhile, the trolling and doxing had been getting worse. All of this was all about to come to a head, as she was soon pitted against another Lolcow. Someone much like her, whom ADF herself had mocked before, when her trolling and infamy was nothing compared to them. It wasn't long until ADF came face to face with the Lolcow who started it all.
Damn homo.